Good morning, everyone. Your next door neighbor, or down the block, or an acquaintance you might know. Some are really friendly and are good. Others are more quiet to themselves. Then sometimes you have one that's just not a good influence. You tell your kids, stay away from that part of the block, stay away from those people. There's this idea that we find in Ethics of Our Father, and we find it in this week's Torah. Harchek meshachin ra. Further yourself away, remove yourself from a bad neighbor. This week's Torah portion with Korach speaks about the tribe of Ruvain, and Rashi says, why does it single them out? Why were they the ones that were influenced by Korach? It says because the way they encamped, Korach was right next to Ruvain. And O l'rasha alo shchena, woe to an evil person, woe to their neighbor. This made me thinking and realize that we are influenced so much by the surroundings, by what we see, by what we hear. Even if we're good people, we don't want to do anything bad. But when you're constantly seeing something, and in the beginning, oh, that's terrible, stay away from it, but then you keep on seeing it, or you keep on hearing it, it eventually rubs off on you and it desensitizes you. And then, maybe you do it, or you don't think it's so bad. That's what it means, oh, the Rasha is going to woe to a evil person, woe to his neighbor, because the neighbor gets influenced. Because over time, things rub off on you, and you lose your sensitivity. You know, if you speak to people about, just an example about language. Go back a couple of years, people were much more careful about the words they say, the language they use. Now it's like part of the vocabulary, certain things. You want to express yourself. You say a certain word to show that you're expressing that anger or the importance of something, and you use a foul language. Because over time, not only community, but people, and over time, things eventually affect you. So we got to be very careful with ourselves, with our children, with our community, that if we are next to we have people, we have to make sure it doesn't influence us, or we have to make aware of it and tell ourselves not to get influenced by it. But if we're able to, remove ourselves away from that. Change our demographic, change our friends, our companions, our people that are influencing us, to make sure that we have positive influence, both in spiritual, both in our secular lives, and in that way we'll be the best that we can be. Wishing everybody a beautiful day.